Hey everybody, Buelan back with another Storyboard Basic and want to respond to a quick comment from Zircon the Bread here on YouTube. And they said, wow, this is really helpful. I'm currently trying to teach myself how to storyboard and it's pretty much drawing basic shapes from what I understand. Also, I love seeing real messier artists on here. I swear pencil sharpeners disappear almost as often as the pencils do. And I responded with, get messy. Be messy, get your pen, get your pencil, get your paper, and start drawing. You're only going to get better later. A lot of people tend to think that if you're going to start storyboarding or you want to learn the art of storyboarding, to learn how to draw perfectly, that's not true. When I was teaching back a couple of years ago at an animation school, CG Masters School of Animation and VFX, I would let my students experiment the way they wanted to draw and do their storyboards. Basically, you could do happy faces, emoticons, stick figures, take pictures of salt and pepper shakers, even Lego minifigs, and it came to the point where my students ended up animating with Lego minifigs as a sort of video storyboard, which exists, and there were the pre-animatics of the day. So all I have to say is get messy, experiment, and get out there, but you can't be a storyboard artist unless you understand story. Story is what drives the images. Story is what's going to help finish a project from beginning to end, and even what gets a project created. All I have to just encourage is that you take your pen, you take your paper, and you start experimenting, and you start learning, and you start drawing. Now, what's a great way to learn how to draw a storyboard? I said, take a favorite scene of a movie, take the entire sequence, and go frame by frame, shot by shot, and do that. Recreate those images that you see on the screen on a pause and draw it down. And that way you're going to understand many things. You're going to understand editing, timing, movement, blocking, lighting. You're going to understand like even performance and acting, the camera movement, angles, if it's a helicopter shot, if it's a plane shot, a point of view POV shot. You'll understand and learn all of these things by taking one of your favorite shows and one of your favorite moments, and you break it down one at a time. And it's really simple to do. Just choose any one of your favorite movies and break it down. So I think we'll do that today. So I'm just going to find a scene and we're going to come right back and we're just going to break that down really quickly and just block that out on pen and paper. Okay, we're back here and we're going to start our scene off, and I'm going to keep the volume off here, but again, as I said, find your own scene or go along with ours, and the link in the description of Heat restaurant scene, Deniro and Pacino. So we're just going to go ahead and just review the whole scene. I've seen it a billion times, but I also could see this movie a billion times more because I absolutely love this movie. So let's start. We're going to go ahead and make up some panels here really quickly. So first what we have is Deniro, back of Deniro. It's an over the shoulder here. We have an over the shoulder happening here, right? And he's sitting on a chair. We're just going to go basic shapes here. Back of the ear, nose here. He's got a bit of a collar like this. And then I got his eye line going towards Pacino. You know, and we establish a bit of here, and we got another empty chair, right? We'll have some basic people, just blobs of background. We don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on the people, not the background, right? Everyone's going to say you should draw backgrounds. Draw your backgrounds last. Let's understand and block out Pacino and Deniro. Here is Pacino. He's got that mid-90s hairstyle of that floppy hair. This is post Scent of a Woman when he won an Oscar finally. Like that. And they both got their ties on. right? Just like this. And product placement of like that Heinz ketchup bottle, whatever. So kind of like dirty over the shoulder, and there's Pacino, Deniro, OTS. On over the shoulder, him, like that. Re-established this two shot. Once we move on, then we have a matching. So also, if you see that the amount of space we have here to there, right? Just like this. The amount of space we have there to there, right? It's kind of funny. We got that eye line established. So we have Pacino there, and we have De Niro's back of the head. Bit of the chair, like this, right? And then we're going to go up here. Should have showed that. Here we go. And then we're going to have the De Niro face right here. There we go. He's got that questioning look. You know, Heat has so many moments I use to teach that I basically, people think I must be obsessed with it. I haven't seen the film in its beginning to end in so long, simply because it's been, I have a kid and a wife and they want to see other things, but when it's on, I always try and find a moment to watch it, but I don't have time to watch films from beginning to end because there's other things that are interesting me and keeping me busy. So here we go. Just like that. We're just going to clean him up a bit. Sorry, guys, I didn't move this up here earlier. But yeah, there's Pacino. Like this. Back of Pacino. Pacino. De Niro. OTS Pacino to De Niro, right? And if you notice, their angles, their head tilts are the same. Right there, they are the same right there. Gotta fix his nose. And I'm not trying to draw De Niro exactly as you see. I'm not going to do portraiture. I don't have time for portraiture. Right? I just have just a few seconds to establish and block out Pacino like this, and he's wearing his tie, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna say he has his tie on in this scene. De Niro's character will not wear a tie in this movie. He will not wear a tie. He will dress well, but he will not wear a tie at all. I'm not going to draw the ketchup bottle because there's a massive, massive ketchup bottle right in front of De Niro there, and I'm not going to bother drawing that there, okay? Not going to bother. Let's move to the next shot. This is why we're doing this, just really quick and dirty. We're just going to scan ahead, and it goes back and forth over the shoulder. Then it comes to a close-up. It changes, and we are now cropped in. We are cropped in, and now we have more of a tighter close-up of Pacino over the shoulder on Pacino, like this. We see a bit of hint of his face here and his ear, right? Bit of that, and then we're gonna have more of a close-up of De Niro right here, doing that De Niro look. Okay, dead serious. It's that De Niro look. Now, whenever I have a project and someone says, I need you to draw this person, it's got to look like them enough, I'm telling you right now, just draw as close as you can, as long as they understand it's going to be them. So for our basics, our understanding here of how to take apart your favorite scene, I just want you to do the really, really rough sketches like this, okay? That's all you want to do. You just want to go ahead and rough out. Do your cleanups later if you want, but you want to just rough out what the scene's gonna be, right? Establishing your frame size. So we're gonna have like De Niro's head in this close-up, reverse over the shoulder, matching. right? It's a two-shot. And it's just what we say, dirty. Dirty. Dirty OTS. Dirty OTS on Deniro. Okay? And then and Chino right there. And we are going to see more of a really clean thing of Pacino here. As we get further and further and deeper into the dialogue, we're going to find more out about these guys. And we're going to need to get in closer to be more involved and more intimate in this conversation. Right? It's I think, one of the greatest scenes captured on film, not just because of the anticipation of these two guys, but I just think the writing was just top notch and the direction was just top notch. It's one of those perfect little movies that I can't find any problems with. Like that. I mean, look, it's not supposed to be perfect, guys. It's just rough. We want to learn. We go in closer for their close-ups. When they're saying, there's going to be a day I'm going to have to take you down. I will not stop. I will do my job. This is a friendly conversation between two sides of the coin. Closer, even closer, wide shot. Take your favorite scene and draw it and watch it with the dialogue and understand what it is they are trying to say, right? OTS, dirty, over the shoulder. Your eye lines, right, people? Eye lines, left to right. Hoping my big hands, fat kebab fingers don't get in the way. Like that. Let's go here. We're going to do bit of the cheekbone from the back, right? Like this. Just like that. And we're going to have just like that. We're just doing really quick, but unbuttoned shirt, dress shirt. It says a lot about the character. Just like this, okay? Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead. Dirty OTS, dirty over the shoulder. Pacino. Right? Pacino. Back of the ear. This is really rough. This is only for you to understand. Watching the scene. Watch your scene. Watch the movie. Stop the movie as you're watching it. Draw it out really fast. What they're saying is going to help. We always do the one thing. Get what your editor needs. Okay? That's literally what we do. We get what our editor needs. Because if we don't get what our editor needs, he's got a bit of a goatee. If we don't get what our editor needs to cut the scene together with, right? We're not going to be able to finish the movie, tell the story, and get it finished and done to become that classic that it is. Let's flip the page. We get closer. We get closer. Dirty OTS, Deniro. Then we have bit of an eye bag and eyebrow acting. The Pacino cheek line. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. The only time these two, it's very rare in a movie before this movie came out, and I'm trying to think of it right now, and I can't find it, but I don't remember seeing a movie where the bad guy and the good guy, or the two characters, like I mean really, De Niro's character is not the bad guy. And neither is Pacino. But when you look at this, you have to say to yourself, hey, who is the bad guy here? They are, yes, he's doing illegal acts. He's robbing, he's a bank robber. But is De Niro actually a bad guy? And that's what you're really left questioning. How bad of a guy is he? You know, you even root for him to fall in love, and he does. You know? And that's the thing. He wants a life outside of this life. Little nose, skin over the nose, teeth, bottom lip, leaning forward. I will take you down no matter what. And I will do what I have to survive. And we are left with two sides of the same coin. Right? That's what they are. Two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin, having coffee. And they're coming, it's like having a duel. And two sides, both sides that are dueling are going to just discuss their terms of the duel about to take place. And this is how you learn story. These guys are trying to see, am I going to have to kill this guy? Do I want to kill this guy? I don't want to kill this guy. Will I do my job? Yes. Don't do anything stupid, so I have to shoot you. And that's literally what they're saying. Like, look, I don't think you're a bad guy. I think you need to just don't get killed. You know? And they're like, this is all I know. This is what I do. He could have been something else. He could have been the criminal. He could have been the cop, right? Dirty. OTS. De Niro. And this movie is basically 5 or 6 shots. It's a wide shot to establishing. We've got the close-up, dirty over-the-shoulder matching, and then the flip over-the-shoulder matching. They'll do that, over-the-shoulder matching. And that's all they do. This is how you learn to just basically get story down. Get your story down. Understand your beats of the story. Understand the beats of your story. Where our characters will sit. Cop, criminal, cop, criminal, cop, criminal. We return cop, criminal, cop, criminal, cop, criminal. Now, what's amazing is you would think that they're not breaking the line of axis here at all, right? They're still following that line of axis, right? Let's zoom into this blank spot on the same page. And I'll show you really quickly. Here we go. It is a round table. And here is two characters at the table, right? What happens? Our line of axis is here. And that's a camera. That's a camera. And then this is we'll go back a bit further, and this is, you need to get that blurriness. To get that blurriness of the background, your camera has to be back further, and you have to zoom in more to get that bokeh fuzziness in the background. We only focus on our main character. So that's what we have. And then we have a wide shot. Wide shot. medium close-up. MCU, not Marvel Comics Universe, Cinematic Universe. It's medium close-up, and then close-up OTS, because they're all over the shoulder. They're never single frame in the scene. They're always together because they are the same. Medium close-up, OTS. Understand, you get what your editor needs. You have to plan your shots. Take your favorite scene, break it apart, and learn story. Read the script, learn the story, understand the beats of where it's impactful, and then tell that story simply, and then tell that story efficiently. And that is how you take your favorite scene and you break down the shots. Just one scene from one of your favorite movies. It could be an action film. It could be animated. It could be a television show. It doesn't matter. Take one scene. If you can find the script, read it. Read that scene out. Read the transcript of it. Pause and then draw what you see on screen. And then watch it again. And then you understand why the beats are the way they are, where the cuts are, what the editing is, and where the shots are. Not once in that scene are they ever separated, really. And the only time these guys are on a single shot, alone in the frame and no over the shoulder, is at the end when they say, either I take you down, or Deniro says, or you'll never see me ever again. I use this for teaching all the time. How do you tell a story with just two people and make it interesting? This is how you do it. Understand what the scene is saying, the subtext of it, and keep your audience engaged. It's intimate, it's eavesdropping, and it's how you learn how to tell story visually. That's it for today. Thanks for coming by, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.